All right, listen up. This stage, not your usual brain-off auto run. You can't just throw in random units and hope for the best. This floor needs precision. See this? It's called weakening transmission. Sounds fancy, but what it actually does is mess you up real bad. Unless you've got Infinity Gojo, your units are going to get slapped with this debuff the moment they buff or heal another ally. Position 1 and 2? Yeah. If they use any buff or healing skill, boom! Everyone's catching that curse like it's on promo. Now your break damage, gone, your attack, tickles the boss, all because of that one support action. And speaking of break, you need high break damage, otherwise those toughness bars, they're staying right where they are. Inumaki as ulti gauge fillers, Momo for extra break damage, Geto is to debuff, and with the recollection, buff Gojo ultimate. Keep repeating this process until you kill the boss. If Sukuna doesn't work well here, that's because the debuffs spread from weakening Transmission can be anywhere from 30% and 110%, which is why your attack's not dealing any damage. It's not that your units are weak, but rather a floor mechanic that we need to play around precisely. Yaga is to give us more buffs. You can replace Geto with any debuffer, but do equip that recollection to give Gojo more damage, especially if you do not have A5 Gojo. I am using A5 Gojo and I'm struggling for more damage. Also with this blue SSR Gojo, you need to work around the 7 turns. This team that I'm showing is probably the most efficient and F2P way you can get about doing it. I admit, this floor is hard if you do not get the weakening transmission effect. I cannot emphasize this enough. It's best you rewatch this video to fully understand it. Otherwise, the next best alternative will be to use an Infinity user, deal big break damage, and continue to buff your team and debuff enemies. That is the shortest way to explain the strategy. I repeat, get an Infinity user should he does not get subjected to weakening transmission damage debuffs. Get a break damage buff support enough to break the bosses, and a strong buffer and debuffer to your Infinity user and enemies respectively. I hope you appreciate the explanation of this strategy. It took me a while to get the hang of it, and once I do, this floor is by no means easier, but not as scary and confusing as it once was. I hope you see this enlightenment as I had. Do like and subscribe, as people hardly explain things as detailed like I do. With that, enjoy the rest of the video. Any question, shoot them in the comment section, and I'll get to them ASAP.